Hi, this is Phil. Today I'm going to talk about the elections of the Donald Trump's who win the president place in the United States, which some of the comments says his policies about the increase in the tariffs and also the tax rate reduction will push up the inflation in the near future in the United States, which in turn slower to cut the interest rates. The Federal Reserve would slower to cut the interest rates and in turn affect the stability of the real estate market. So first of all, I would like to show you a report in relations to the housing price with inflations. This is from the Investopedia, which studies the data from of St. Louis on housing prices since 1963. Since 1963, the housing price index have been the consumer price index have been increased by 896%, while the housing price has been increased by 2,355% during that period. And at the same time, the rent has been rose by 892%, which shows that the inflation is actually tied with the rise with the rents. However, the housing price are increased by more than double of the inflations to 2,350%, which shows that housing prices are actually can resist the inflation increase and brings you more profits during the same period. Technically, CPI and housing prices are in the same directions, and with the housing price even increase more than the inflation increases. But for rent, the rents are tied with the increase in inflation, which inflation increased $1. Technically, the rents increased by $1. However, of course, there are other factors affecting the housing prices, like the economy status and also the unemployment rate. So let's look at the inflation rates with the Federal Reserve interest rate. In the past, by the time when Donald Trump was the president of the United States, it actually controlled quite well. The inflation and Federal Reserve rates are quite stable at around 2.5%. At the time of Biden, because of COVID, the Federal Reserve rate interest rate have been pushed to zero, and then the inflation rate have rise over 8%. And in current recent 2 years, the federal interest rate have been reduced to, but still in a relatively high interest rate of 5.33%, while the inflation rate now controlled to around 2.5%. However, with the new policies of Donald Trump for the increase of tariffs, which likely push the inflation rate to close to 3%, according to the Goldman Sachs economists. Their predictions in mid 2026 will be inflation would rise to near 3%. Therefore, the U.S. Central Bank is likely to reduce the cut of the interest rate. Previously are forecast to be to reduce by 1%, but now forecast to reduce by 0.25 to 0.75%. But it is still a decrease. with the trend with in the trend, but with the price are more moderate or slightly less than previously predicted. So if we look back of what we have seen in the past, the inflation and also the price index are likely to increase in the same pace. So this is the current mortgage rate of Toronto, now still with 4.3 around 4.3%, while the U.S. Treasury bond 10-year yield rate is still 4.3%, with the trend still trending downwards. However, with recent rebounds of this yield rate, but it is still in the downward trend. So what I would forecast in the near future is still the interest rate will be lower in next year, which in turn will give some support to the real estate market rather than giving pressures to the real estate market. So this is what we can see right now. So of course we need to closely monitor to the economy status and also how the treasury yield are going to be. In the real estate market, I can see now close to the winter, more homeowners are unlisted their properties to prepare for the listing in spring. They will relist the properties. So in the market, there are still some available properties which can negotiate a good price right now, rather than waiting for the further reduce in the interest rate, which will push up the property prices. So if you are interested in any of the GTA properties, give me a call. I'm Philip. I'm the registered salesperson in Remax Excel. Thank you for watching. See you next time.